Some I have them both on my list.
Trying. Phog is like. Phog was.
All right, so we had to get a quick remake going off. But we should be good here in a second. Again, Phog and JonSnow, guys, we both got things going up. We got a Reddit thread going on. We got Twitter going on. We got all the social medias. And, of course, we're up on Team Liquid. So if you want to see the ZVZ conclusion to, well, it might be the conclusion to the day. I don't actually know if there's another one after this. But I got to say, JonSnow taking out LSE by the way he did, pretty impressive. Again, for players who don't know who that is, maybe not so much. But, yeah, looks like this might be the last match. Because Shakti's playing against Major in the other half of the brackets. Wait, what? Why did you leave? I don't want host. It's too much responsibility. You take it. Okay, I don't know what you should be. Alright, Overgrowth again, guys. We'll see you in a sec. All right. Nope. That's the caster screen. Wrong button. Let's try this again. All right. Welcome back to Copa America Season 2. This is one of the first qualifier finals, I believe, as the first two players, the two players who hit the finals will qualify through. So the other match going on the I believe the Portuguese stream currently is Major versus Shakti. You guys check that if you really want to see it. But we got an awesome ZVZ. I know it's ZVZ, right? Moan and groan. But I promise you this one will be good because these guys are actually really well matched for one another. Although, got some cheese going on, so let's get through the introductions pretty quickly. Spawning here in the top right corner of the map from IVD Gaming, the red Zerg player, Phog.
In the bottom left, as the blue Zerg, it is JonSnow.
JonSnow is actually going to go for gas attached to this, so more likely than not, this will be for banelings as well with that 10 pool. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is a strategy that even some of the best players in the world have trouble dealing with. I mean, unless I guess your impact. You remember that game in the HP Team Store Cup, by the way? Holy crap, that was the most impressive hold I've ever seen against the 10 pool baneling.
Lost, but
well, I mean, the hold was good. That's not what caused them to lose, if we're going to be honest, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we've seen so many players pull this off, and sometimes it's kind of a YOLO move. Sometimes it's just a good way to get aggressive at the first game of a series. I don't know JonSnow to necessarily be a consistently cheesy player. Like, if you give me someone that, someone else, like, I can tell you whether they're cheesy or not. JonSnow, I'm glad that he's talented enough to do this, but we're going to see if he's good enough to actually execute it.
I think you talented to pick a build is not the right word. Ballsy?
Okay, I mean more like the idea of choosing this first in a best of 3. I think is I really think that no, I'm gonna stick with talented, and I say this only because it's only the tournament guys like that don't typically play cheese that will throw a cheese into the mix. Because I guarantee you, Phog and JonSnow have not have practiced but sparred against one another plenty of times in the past.
All right, you keep with that word then.
Well, it's whatever. It's Rifkin's definitions. Deal with it.
Phog, of course, sees it. Yeah, he saw it with the Olo that was at the natural, so he knew this was coming. Not much you can do except prepare for it mentally, you know? You gotta wait for the queen, you gotta wait for lings.
The drone drilling's pretty important. It's worth noting. That's why he's not losing anything.
That's what goes along with mentally. Like, you can't, like, cancel anything. I mean, you can potentially cancel your hatchery, but that's not usually.
No, but now he sees the banelings, and this gets a little more scary, because as you drone drill, you set yourself up for a big baneling fail, so...
Yeah.
He's bought himself a little bit of time. 10 lings are going to pop out, but he's still got the banelings he's got to worry about. There's no getting around that. These drones are not spread out in the slightest. Everything clumping up here is not the way to go about this. First baneling's going to get a decent connect.
No. Oh my god, another one's chasing them. Another one's chasing them.
Side swipe.
No.
Side swipe.
Oh,
okay, first big hit.
It wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. He's got to do something, though.
Nope, not stay clumped up like that. That's not what you do.
Not
Fuck.
what you do.
Choking under pressure here hard. I think he realizes it, too. Just a quick GG for game number 1. JonSnow will lead the series 1-0, and we'll hop into the next map right away. I saw it too. The second he scouted those banelings, you could like almost you could feel the fear, you know? Phog realizing like he was in a bit of trouble, had to do something a little bit differently. But let me go. You've got the lobby. Fantastic. I'm glad to have a partner for this. I'm gonna go update the score here. Wait, do I have JonSnow on the left or the right? Oh my god, for the first time today, literally, a player on the right side has a +1 next to their name. Woohoo! 50% handicap. Nope. I hope that doesn't stay for players that swap into my spot. Have they ever, has there ever been a use? Like, has anyone ever used the handicap option? Like, what is the point of that?
So that Masters players cannot just wreck their bronze friends?
Maybe? Oh shoot. Okay, I almost wasn't ready for that. Matt Pitcher coming up, guys. See you in a sec. I think it's settling in that neither of these players necessarily wants to win this match. Before you guys missed it while the intro was going on, they just both came to the realization that the winner of this plays against Major. Now, it is seeding. Zombie Grub interjecting here. Whoa, dude. Breaking all sorts of rules. Don't get in trouble now. I don't think there's actually any rules against that. None that I've read, at least. However, this is game number 2. It's a best of 3. Currently 1 over the favor of the guy spawning here in the bottom left corner of the map from Solaris Gaming, one of the new sports, or one of the new teams to esports, I guess you could call it, to StarCraft2 specifically. The red Zerg, JonSnow.
And his opponents getting some revenge is the blue Zerg, Phog.
Tit for tat.
Tit for tit.
Now this is... Well, hang on. This is a risky move right off the bat. Because objectively speaking here, he doesn't know where his opponent's going to spawn. He's going to take a risk. He'll find out because JonSnow... Like, it's so ironic that JonSnow's own scout is going to reveal where he is, making this better for Phog.
You know what, though? Never mind. Okay, I was going to say something like if JonSnow wanted... Nah, never mind. Never mind.
I think his gas is just for speed. Like, I don't think this is going to be for banelings quick, but...
No, that's what I was saying. Like, I was thinking, like, if his Overlord didn't actually show itself, that would be pretty funny. But it has to show itself. He also wants to know where Phog is, so.
Alright, well, I don't know, this is going to be weird. Okay, so Phog's going to know where to go right away. He now knows his bottom left. Zerglings will come out. They will be scouted by the Overlord. For JonSnow, because he went pull first, though, one of the biggest things he can do is put a Spine Caller in his mineral line. He can get a queen up a little bit sooner. He's going to actually have defenses against this.
This is...
He's going to go for his own Baneling Nest? No, he pulls off a gas entirely. Okay. So I think
I don't want to call it a hard counter, but Phog is...
He's hard pressed to do damage. Is that a more polite way to phrase it?
Yeah, and unfortunately, if those banelings, those 3 banelings that you make don't do damage, and we've seen them literally do no damage, it's like game over. All right, we're gonna see what he can do with these lings. Hasn't made any banelings yet. This is baneling is not quite finished.
It's the most dangerous thing to dive into that drone line right now. Because the second he does, he gets surrounded and he loses all his lings, which means no potential banelings. He's going to protect the 2 in the back, but, I mean, here's the goal of this attack, really, guys. If it doesn't end the game, you know, you at least get a hatchery at the natural. Well, it was never built in the first place. You'll kill enough lings? Well, he's not going to be able to zone them out because his own lings might die before the banelings hatch.
Phog made just a little too many banelings, so the lings could take on Phog's lings for a while there. But now they are done.
This is going to come down so much to control.
The queen, is it ready? Oh, already loses 1. The queen's already on top of the banelings, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Phog
not doing damage.
And it's worth noting too, JonSnow did throw a Spine Caller for safety's sake. It's here in the back, so I mean he's got this going for him. Unfortunately though, the drones aren't exactly covered by it. You need to hit it twice. Oh, gets a nice little hit there with 1 Zergling for 1 Baneling. This is a good trade.
It is weird to consider, but JonSnow's speed is gonna finish. Like, it isn't necessarily really help him all that much. Maybe making micro a little bit easier.
Oh, but it's
it really,
two queens now.
Yeah, the queens are what's important.
Alright, so a couple banelings get popped here. The Zerglings are really not going to get a lot of damage done. They might pick up one of the queens, but still the Spinecrawler stands. And while he's not going back to mining right away, JonSnow retains a good chunk of workers. It's 12 workers to 9. If he had a hatchery up, this would be an automatic win situation. And that's one of the biggest reason Phog's trying to stay on this, is that his opponent does not have a hatchery.
But what he does have is speed. Any counterattack that JonSnow does, he'll run laps around Phog.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things too, speed. It doesn't provide any damage. We all know this. One of the biggest things it does is allow you to position yourself faster, better, attack a baneling when you otherwise wouldn't, disengage at the right time. I mean, we've seen banelings explode and do no damage before.
Yeah, can't go up this ramp, not without one in the lead.
Yeah, so it's a really smart move. Yeah, he sorts it out.
Yeah, absolutely crucial move, in fact. But you know, now he can kind of contain for a little bit because the threat of always running around those banelings is there. It's not gonna do it though. Doesn't know if there's one other baneling on top of that ramp. Again, you don't want to lose these lings. But still, he's keeping Phog from taking a natural, and JonSnow's is already about halfway done.
Yeah, this is just looking worse and worse for Phog as he goes on. Now, there's a chance that maybe JonSnow sits back for too long, but he's obviously not been showing signs of wanting to go AFK. Like, he's doing what he can to get in here, trying to get past these banelings, trying to get past the Zerglings. I mean, his speed advantage is starting to tick. But again, you're right, the hatchery is going to be the biggest thing that comes into play.
Yeah. You know, with JonSnow getting his own baneling nest, Phog doesn't have anything going in his favor. He's evening it up in the tech, but not in the economy. JonSnow is also still up by 4 drones. He'll have much better production. He already has those 2 queens, in fact, to automatically start larva injecting for both hatcheries.
Well, we've got some banelings coming for JonSnow, so he's going to start being able to apply a little bit of the pressure. Of course, there's like that high risk, like 2 for 2 trade, 2 for 3, you know, depending how it looks. He cancels his banelings. I don't know if those Zerglings had gotten away. I don't know. Chance of letting them complete. Maybe Phog ignores them. I don't know. But coming into the base here of JonSnow, he's got some banelings actually coming up at home. He's got the Spinecrawler down the front lines. And unless this attack kills that natural hatchery, I mean, Phog is still on one base. At this point, he is so all in that he's never coming out.
Yeah, and JonSnow knows this. That's the problem with something like this, is that JonSnow sees you still haven't put down a hatchery. You're doing an all-in again. And if his overload has moved a little bit to the right, he'd see exactly how many banelings are morphing. But he's more than well prepared. He's not taking any risks by droning up anymore. He knows he'll win as long as he defends. And it's just now confirmed the amount of banelings.
This is so many banelings out of Phog, though. It is a little bit worrisome, but with 7 of his own, JonSnow should be able to hold this. And again, the Spinecrawler is going to make such a big difference in this, guys. As we see, oh, he actually saves 2 banelings coming in the back end. This is so scary for both players. This is what I was talking about. Those even trades are so hard to nail. But JonSnow's got so much defense behind this. Just, again, Queens and Spinecrawler are going to hold so strong. Another Spinecrawler is even coming down. Yeah.
So, he knows something.
You know what? If you weren't going to go for it, I was. It's low-hanging fruit. But JonSnow, he wins the series 2-0. I think every game we cast today was 2-0. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, back-to-back to back-to-back. But we had some good ones in here. I believe that concludes the day, though, because the finals gets played on the 30th for seeding, right?